Animal abusers may soon face larger penalties for puppy mills and torturing animals.
So this morning, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal will announce 2 pieces of animal welfare legislation.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler now joins us live to break it all down for us. Olivia?
Hey, Nicole, good morning. Well, the new proposed bill would strengthen bills that are already on the table against animal abuse. Now, listen to the staggering statistic. From 2011 to 2021, 80% of animal abuse cases were dismissed or not prosecuted. Senator Blumenthal wants to stop that. The Better Collaboration, Accountability, and Regulatory Enforcement for Animals Act is created to strengthen and enforce the DOJ's capabilities under the Animal Welfare Act. On top of that, the Goldie Act seeks to hold people accountable and protect dogs and puppy mills. This isn't the first time Senator Blumenthal has looked to tighten animal abuse laws. In 2019, the senator passed the bipartisan PACT Act that outlawed the torture of animals. Through that bill, violators could face felony charges up to 7 years in prison and big fines. The entire event will be hosted here at Dog Star Rescue at 12:30 this afternoon in Bloomfield. We're live this morning in Bloomfield. Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.